credits collaboration. And Ethiopia spotlights national priorities and key continental agendas onto the G20 global stage. Hello, this is ABC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism. I'm Sentayo Tamrat with the news. Do stay tuned. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed welcomed his Singaporean counterpart, Lawrence Wong, who came to Addis Ababa on his official work visit. Images shared on Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed's social media accounts show him receiving the Singaporean leader at Addis Ababa Bale International Airport. This visit marks an important step in strengthening the partnership between the two countries, Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed said, expressing his anticipation for productive discussions and the exploration of new areas of cooperation between the two nations. The meeting comes less than 2 years after Prime Minister's visit to Singapore in June 2024, reflecting the growing ties between Ethiopia and Singapore. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed returned to Addis Ababa after concluding his engagements at the G20 Leaders Summit in Johannesburg, South Africa, where he held bilateral talks with leaders from multiple countries and international organizations. Meanwhile, Singaporean Prime Minister Lawrence Wong paid tribute to Ethiopia's anti-colonial legacy this morning by laying a wreath at the Adwa Victory Memorial in Addis Ababa. Prime Minister Wong was received at the site by Addis Ababa City Mayor Adanecha Abebe, who later held discussions with the visiting leader at her office. Following the discussions with Mayor Adanecha, the Singaporean Prime Minister toured the Adwa Victory Monument, a landmark widely regarded as a symbol of African dignity and the triumph of black people against colonial domination. During his visit, Prime Minister Wong laid a wreath in honor of the heroes who sacrificed their lives during the Battle of Adwa, a defining moment in the global struggle against colonialism. Mayor Adanecha expressed her warm wishes for the Prime Minister's productive stay in Ethiopia and his experience of the capital city. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed later on highlighted on his official post that the two heads of state meeting marks an important milestone in the relationship between the two countries as they continue to deepen cooperation in areas critical to a shared future. In particular, the signing of the Memorandum of Understanding on Skills Development and Carbon Credits collaboration reflects the joint commitment to building resilient, future-ready workforces and advancing sustainable, low-carbon growth. He further said that he is honored to continue this journey of friendship and collaboration with Singapore. There is tremendous potential to harness the strengths of the partnership through further practical cooperation, expanding trade and investment, developing smart transport and logistics, and strengthening collaboration in digital infrastructure, fintech, cybersecurity, and artificial intelligence. Ethiopian President Taye Asqaselase has arrived in Luanda, Angola for the 7th Africa-European Union Summit. The head of state was received upon arrival at Quarto de Fevereiro International Airport ahead of the high-level gathering that opens on the 24th of November. Co-chaired by the Angolan President João Lourenço and European Council President Antonio Costa, the summit taking place from November 24 to 25 in the Angolan capital will bring together heads of state and government from African and European Union member nations, along with senior officials from both regional institutions. This year's meeting holds particular significance as it coincides with the 25th anniversary of the structured Africa-EU partnership. AU-EU leaders convene in Luanda to forge a new era of peace, prosperity, and multilateral partnership. Held under the theme Promoting Peace and Prosperity Through Effective Multilateralism, the summit will assess the progress and shortcomings of existing AU-EU frameworks as deliberations continue. Expectations are high at the Luanda summit, which is expected to produce concrete agreements that reinforce a more equitable partnership with both continents facing pressure to adapt to shifting global dynamics. The summit represents an opportunity to reset priorities and chart a more collaborative path forward. Ethiopia is leveraging the historic first ever Africa-hosted G20 summit to spotlight its national priorities while also pushing key continental agendas onto the global stage. Meanwhile, stronger South-South cooperation is on the cards with Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim's official visit to Addis Ababa this week. Says Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. Abiy said his country hoped to grow and learn from Malaysia's successes, including attracting investments in industrial parks, agro-processing, and the electronics sector. Binyam Alamayo has the following story. Let's take a look.
Ethiopia is leveraging the historic first ever Africa-hosted G20 summit to spotlight its national priorities while also pushing key developmental agendas onto the global stage. For Ethiopia, the invitation to the G20 is more than symbolic. It's a platform to push for fairer global economic rules, stronger support for sustainable development, and more urgent climate action while deepening strategic partnerships. Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed used the summit to showcase the sweeping reforms underway at home, modernizing the macroeconomic framework, overhauling monetary and financial systems, opening the financial sector to competition, expanding financial inclusion, and most notably, liberalizing the foreign exchange regime. He stressed that these reforms aren't abstract policy moves. They're already reshaping real lives and real markets.
Ethiopia's journey is still unfolding. Hope, because our story, like that of many nations here, shows that transformation is possible even in difficult circumstances. Ethiopia is a land of ancient civilization, defined by resilience and prospects still being written. Our homeland has sheltered faiths. Our people have built lasting societies. From this legacy comes Maddamar, a philosophy of unity in diversity, of synergetic collaboration that multiplies potential and of progress shared by all. Guided by this spirit, Ethiopia is moving toward inclusive growth. Our cities are becoming hubs of innovation. Industrial parks reshape economies. Farmers use tools their parents could never imagine. Young entrepreneurs and building businesses that were impossible to dream of a generation ago. For too long, countries like ours have been labeled fragile or poor. Yet our story is a quiet revolution of bold actions rewriting what is possible. Because growth is the achievement of people who refuse to be left behind.
Prime Minister Abiy also reiterated Africa's firm commitment to fighting climate change, despite contributing the least to global emissions. He noted that Ethiopia's sustainable development model can inspire both the continent and the wider world. Ethiopia's delegation, led by Prime Minister Abiy, held a series of high-level bilateral meetings on the margins of G20 talks. Government officials say resulted in key agreements that advance Ethiopia's national interests. And Ethiopia's diplomatic momentum continues. Stronger South-South cooperation is now in focus as Malaysian Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim made a 3-day official visit to Addis Ababa. Prime Minister Abiy said Ethiopia hopes to learn from Malaysia's experience in attracting investment into industrial parks, agro-processing, and electronic sector.
This visit marks a new chapter of South-South partnership grounded in shared values of harmony, inclusivity, solidarity, and human dignity. Together, our two nations form a bridge between Asia and Africa through cooperation and shared prosperity.
Malaysia's leader, for his part, stressed that diplomatic visits must translate into real economic gains. He said that as a trading nation, Malaysia's future lies in expanding into new markets, including Africa, Latin America, and beyond.
The discussions covers a comprehensive area. Of course, diplomatic engagements must ultimately result in strong economic fundamentals of trade, investments, and relationship that covers research, tourism, collaboration in various fields, including culture, the arts, which we have actually deliberated at great length.
Ethiopia says the G20 summit and this week's bilateral engagements mark a significant step in strengthening its global partnerships and positioning the country at the center of Africa's economic and climate diplomacy.
Welcome back, and going to a business update. Attention given by the federal government over the past few years has driven an influx of investment projects to Ethiopia's Bale zone. The zone told ABC World that it could attract investments worth over 6 billion birr. Largely untapped investment potential in the area has even transformed a number of farmers to giant investors. Let's take a look. Ethiopia has become one of the largest recipients of foreign direct investment in the sub-Saharan Africa due to massive reforms undertaken in the investment sector, including substantially amending the investment proclamations, according to the Ethiopian Investment Commission. Many areas in the country are therefore receiving their shares of domestic and overseas investment projects. The same holds true for Bale zone in Oromia region, which has seen a major influx of investment projects on account of the emphasis the federal government has placed on the massive investment potential in the area. Head of Bale zone investment and industry Mohammed Ibra told ABC World about the abundant investment potential this way.
Bale
zone is blessed with enormous investment potential in wide-ranging sectors. It will soon become one of Ethiopia's top investment destinations. Investors can engage in such untapped sectors like mining, agriculture, agro-processing, agri-tech services, tourism and hospitality, manufacturing, and more. We have readied enough land for investment only. The geography, the weather condition, availability of cheap, skilled labor, standard airport, asphalt roads, reliable energy supply, telecom infrastructure and services, peace, and other factors make Bale an ideal destination for investors.
According to Mohammed, these factors, together with the attention given to the sector, have increased the influx of investors to the zone.
In Bale zone, there are 636 investment projects that have gone operational with a total registered capital of 6.12 billion birr. They have created 4,560 jobs. The good news is that we are receiving increased number of investment proposals these days.
Investors in the zone also say they are pleased with and successful in investing there.
My initial business was a cafe.
I became one of the big investors in the area. The progress was partly due to the reform in the investment sector. The officials have become more supportive and are delivering swift responses to our requests. For example, I received the land on which I built this hotel soon after I submitted my proposal to office in Bale zone. There is no long bureaucracy and a delay as it is used to be previously. Robe City administration also gave me land to build a factory without delay. I am also glad that the revised investment proclamation helped me to import machinery and other things for my factory tax-free. The changed investment climate now has maximized our production capacity and investment culture. There is no tedious bureaucracy now. I want to spend a moment than the expected time at the investment office or so to get any service related to my investment. But some years back, this was not possible. I remember that before the reform, I went to investment office 16 times to get initial services. That time was never comparable to the present one.
The largely untapped investment potential and the much changed investment climate even transformed farmers into giant investors.
I had a small business in Adama. I came back to Bali, tried farming at a very small level. Now I have progressed a lot. I started to produce crops like wheat, nuts, grape mung, chili, pepper, and others through irrigated and seasonal farming. I am happy with the success. It is me who harvested the highest yield at national level. That's 104.6 quintals of wheat per hectare. I now own several lands to expand my farming and other investment projects.
Mohammed invited any interested investors to invest in Bale zone and enjoy the benefits.
We invite local, diaspora, and overseas investors to come and invest in our zone, which is quite peaceful, blessed with enormous potential in varied sectors. Our zone is ready to provide all the necessary support, attractive investment incentive packages, and adequate vital infrastructure for smooth investment experience. You'll definitely gain better investment returns.
And a sports update. Foreign participants in the 25th Great Ethiopian Run have praised this year's event for its energy and inclusiveness. Held in Addis Ababa on Sunday under the theme A Nation in 10 Kilometers, the 2025 race drew over 55,000 runners, making it one of Africa's largest road events. Runners also applauded the ongoing transformation at Addis Ababa, noting the city's upgraded roads, modern facilities, and revitalized public spaces that added excitement to the race atmosphere. Many foreign participants said the Great Ethiopian Run continues to strengthen Ethiopia's global image and showcase the nation's unity and progress. Shagao Imaro has compiled the following story, and let's take a look.
What an event! The energy, the people, the sunshine, it's a fantastic day. We've had the great fortune of partnering with this event for the last 7 years, 3 of which as title sponsor, and it's fantastic to see tens of thousands of people today on the streets of this wonderful city, all getting round, aspiring Olympians, budding amateurs, and some people just enjoying the day. It's a fantastic event. This event puts Addis and Ethiopia on the map. It's a wonderful event. It's been fantastically organised by the Great Ethiopian Run company, and it does a great credit and a great service to this beautiful city and to this beautiful country. Long may it continue. As I said, we've been delighted to share 7 wonderful years of partnership with this event. Long may it continue. It's a fantastic day in a beautiful city.
The people here were just so friendly and so wonderful, and the unity, the cheering, the camaraderie, it was amazing, just amazing. I had so much fun. It was the biggest party I've ever been to. Everyone was so nice. I felt safe, and I would do this every year if I can. This is my first time here. This is a world-class city, and I can't wait to tell all of my friends at home that they need to come to Ethiopia and to Addis Ababa. It's wonderful. It's a great place to visit.
It was a really nice, very special run today, and of course with the 25th anniversary, and of course the fact that I this time tried to do it a bit more challenging by leaving the shoes at home. with this corridor project, the city has opened up. It has become easier to run, easier to move around. So of course it's for us who like to move around on foot or on bicycle, it's become a much more open and welcoming city. It's the incredible atmosphere, it's the incredible party atmosphere and the hospitality of everybody around you. This is really Ethiopian hospitality displayed at its finest, and that's just something I cannot convey in words. You have to be here and experience it. So my message is to everybody who hasn't experienced it, come to Addis and run.
Thank you so much for watching us, and a quick reminder of top stories. Ethiopia and Singapore ink Memorandum of Understanding on Skills Development and Carbon Credits Collaboration. And Ethiopia spotlights national priorities and key continental agendas onto the G20 global stage. Thank you so much for watching EBC World. With the news, I'm Sintayo Tamrat. See you.
The Federal Democratic Republic of Ethiopia will host the 4th International Symposium